Okay, we're going to contrast reality with what the mainstream media pushes. We're going to contrast this article. I was inundated with incel messages with this video from Mono Insomniac where it shows men giving their actual experiences in the real world. Okay. So let's try and get rid of that. Oh my God. Get past that. When writer and theater director Claire Duffy started to explore the world of incels, these women are never in the STEM. They're never in the STEM fields, right? She had no idea she was letting herself in for. This is pure propaganda against men, right? Incel is the N word for us, right? Along with misogynist. Within days, she was pulled into the dark side of anti-female culture. Anti-female culture just means non-worship. Men don't know their place. They want equality. It's a is has let's see, it has hit headlines to the arrest of online personality and self-declared misogynist Andrew Tate. Right. Andrew Tate is anti-male himself, right? But they will always push this false narrative that he speaks for men. This guy scams men and brags about it. He's not a misogynist, he's a misandrist, right? But ideologies based on distrust and hatred, they always include hatred with distrust, right? When it's really just distrust and it's earned distrust. It's earned. Sports women have been gaining in space in mainstream over the past decade through online channels, especially social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, men get to express their feelings. Now, before we go on any further in this, I want to show you, Mono's short here, they say, and we'll see what these guys have to say. They say, this guy, our stupid questions. Why are men falling behind in life? They aren't falling behind, they're being held back. I read in the news that more men are having a harder time for gainful employment, start families, finish post-secondary education, buy houses, or move out of the parents' home. Basically, they move out on your own and get your life started. Why is that? Why does this seem to get worse as time goes on? Right. I just explained what. Let's see. We'll keep going. I don't know about most, but for 30 years, I've been told I'm useless, worthless, unwanted, unnecessary, a threat to all those around me, and a detriment to the very economy and the root of all evil. It's literally encouraged to hate me just for the fact that I exist. Kind of hard to be motivated to participate in anything. See, this is what men's experiences really are. People attack men because we're born male. That's it, right? And these are the real life experiences of men. Let's see if they'll go on to the next one. Okay, some possible facts. Possible factors? Oh, factors, yeah. Big push to get women into higher education. It works really well, but there are a limited number of seats in the classroom. It's not really a push to get women in. It's a push to get men out. They use the excuse of saying we need a spot for a woman, but that's how that works. That's what it's actually about, right? The time-honored tradition of viewing men as worthless anytime they're not working, yes, which doesn't leave much time for actually improving yourself. Yeah, exactly. Men are just servants. Western society as a whole, hey, dude, oh sit. It's not just Western society, it's worldwide. That they are both their own worst enemy and also women's worst enemy. Yeah, people don't like men, oh sit. The war is on. Men bad, basically. Yeah. We're told women's problems are caused by men's, and men's problems are caused by men. Men are endlessly told they are the adversarial force. And some of them start to believe that and check out of society. Trouble is, dude, we can't check out of society. We're surrounded by it. We can't live without it. Because the last 50 years have been designed around improving the lives of women while vilifying young men. He's only half right, just vilifying young men. Here's just one example I can think of. Despite the large and growing gap between female and male enrollment in post-secondary schools, there are still a long list of female-only scholarships. Yes, I've seen that. I remember a nephew of mine complaining. He said, look, we call them bursaries up here, but they're basically grants, right? And he said, geez, look at all these ones for women, and there's hardly any for men. And my sister, his mother she just smiled and said, yeah, so my loved ones are in on it, right? The woman next to you, your loved one, she's in on it. Okay. Let's see. Men have been told that they are bigots, rapists, pigs, useless, ugly, toxic, and every other insult you can imagine. Some of them are just deciding that they don't want to participate in society that hates them. But they don't have much of a choice because their participation is being blocked anyway. Since men are being kicked out of employment and education to start with, it's not like they're choosing not to participate. They're not allowed to. Rock granite. I just want to correct you there. Let's see, what else? Teaching styles in schools largely benefit women. No, they prevent men. Again, these guys have to be corrected every time. When I went to school, there were so many scholarships, campus tours, and other opportunities that were only open to women. Yeah, they're shutting out men. They're not really opening things to women. They're just shutting out men. See? Let's see. What happens when men are told to neglect their mental health and to make money and support everyone else for 60 plus years? That's a very good point. Let's see, Rukawasa, creating generational trauma that even the best therapists can't work you through. Well, therapists are anti-male to start with. I've proven that in past videos. Let's see what else we got here. The answer is weaponized gynocentrism in the form of laws that preferentially favor women over men, both in civil law, divorce court, and criminal law, where women only serve on average 60% of the sentence of a man. Yes, I think we've seen enough. Mono-insomniac here has made his point in spades. Now, well, take a look at this and see if there's any more bullshit we have to go through. This is this Claire scumbag. To find out more, Claire set up an internet identity of 23-year-old man called Clive and posts the question, how do I get a girlfriend? Interesting, right? Like her questioning how to get a girlfriend, she's admitting what these men are interested in, right? Is this a hateful crime? How do I get a girlfriend? Within an hour, she received a barrage of messages. So just them talking to her is a barrage, right? It's always an attack. They started off quite benign. Yeah, right. Like you need to have a shower, eat right, and take exercise. Okay, that's not benign. That's not the women don't deselect men because they don't take showers. A druggy rock star that's passed out in the back of his bus, that hasn't showered for a week, they'll have women lined up for them. So these guys themselves are their own worst enemies. Then it becomes you need to be brave, to be strong, to be powerful. You need to take control of the space and situation. And gradually the message becomes more and more about power and dominance. See, this is the propaganda. This isn't about power and dominance. This is about men having to take the initiative. The women don't have to do anything. They're not interested in men. So if men don't make the first move, nothing happens. So this disgusting propagandist is doing what? She's painting men's initiative as dominance, right? A few days later, she found the message had become even darker. Wow, darker than having to make the first move. I wonder how much darker it's going to get. They've referred to pills, which are used in incel ideology to denote progress in radicalization. Radicalization, that's a nasty term for guys coming to term with reality, like these guys. They would call them radicals for just mentioning the obvious reality of the situation. So you can see the BBC, which is a completely feminist controlled scumbag, or publication, they're continuously pumping out anti-male propaganda. And these guys are just one of the standards. They're not the worst. They are the standard. I've never seen a mainstream article, or mainstream publication, I should say, ever make articles showing what men actually go through and their own experiences. I haven't seen any television shows either in that way, let's say. Now, let's see. The incel culture also refers to the black pill, which is much more nihilistic. Well, they're guys giving up, right? They're finding out that all the doors are closed for them, and they're recognizing it. I mean, they could deny reality, but they gain nothing from denying reality, right? You start to understand the reasoning behind incel. See, this is disgusting. This woman belongs behind bars. There is no incel violence. Andrew Tate isn't an incel. He gained status and he got to bang all the girls. He's not an incel. See, so the incel term is not about guys not being able to get with girls. It is the N word. It's an N word. When someone calls you an incel, you react the same way if you were a black man and someone called you the N word. That's how you react. Now, I'm not going to go any further with this because I've made my point. There's two sides here. There is reality that men face, right? And then there is the average mainstream propaganda. All media is anti-male. All media is misandry, right? And this is something men have to actually be working together with. It's not just giving individual voices. That's why a proper MRM is so important. Men need to get their voices out there. They've got to find some outlet that'll actually tell the truth. The mainstream media is all about lies, and the lies are destructive to men because it's sexism in its purest form. Okay, so we'll end it here.